Hey everybody, I don't often do videos like this, but tonight I am. It basically just me wanting to talk about some music I made a while back. Not that long ago, but I'm going to quickly turn off of my stupid face. Oops, well I don't know how to turn off the flash. But this is a track I made called Autumn Burn, just because of the way it made me feel when I was listening to it. So what I wanted to do is start off by going through, this is the way a track sounds altogether. So the heart of this track is really in the recording there, which is a recording from when I was visiting my grandma in assisted living in 2016. And it's a recording among many things of her telling me I need to eat for my brain to function. Because at that time I was not eating a lot and had lost a lot of weight, even though in my mind I was eating a lot. So I'm going to isolate it because I want to show you how we got from point A to point B. And I guess on GarageBand. All my music is on GarageBand, so I'm going to solo that track so you can hear it. And I'm going to play it. So there's some echo stuff on there I'm going to have to turn off for you to hear it real clearly because it's right now. And also there's a master track which is doing like a distortion and a bit crusher and a vocal transformer. So I'll turn all those things off just so you can hear what's going on there.
Go to school, work this, you have to eat. You have to eat for your brain work. If not, eat and your brain fine.
My brain's
better
working.
and better.
My brain works.
Huh?
My brain works.
Yeah, but the Greeks used to
That
say,
you be better and better and better.
Yeah.
be brave and
Oh,
healthy.
yeah.
All right, we can go eat.
Feliz la paz, la paz.
I don't know why.
And so one by one I'm going to put the sound effects back on.
Hija,
I
hija
need for her to get better so I can
Roti fuera carne, omeleta que se hagan por allá.
Kefis, kefis.
I don't know what that does, but this is where it starts to kind of chop up the audio. And that bit crusher especially, as you can hear, is where it starts to kind of mix things up a bit. I don't think I was using the limiter. But then I'm going to go through here. Okay, well the video got cut off, so I'm back. And, let's flash again, frick. I don't know how to turn it off. But anyway, it's just looping that recording. And then the other thing that I was doing was the synth, so I'll play that separately. So there's stuff going on. The track itself, also all these little things that kind of add to the distortion. So the vocal transformer especially does this weird thing. So without it, it sounds completely different. I'm almost curious to know how this would sound without any sound effects on these instruments. Also turn all that back on one by one. So there's that, and then there's this analog pad that kind of comes and goes, which, oh, it's even more than that, dude, I forgot. So there's this stuff too, which I don't know why that was invisible, but here you go. And that's the autumn part of it. I thought the sound was like, kind of reminds me of like a autumn evening in a way. I'm gonna start turning this stuff on. You'll see how it gets distorted. I guess I did have the limiter on because that sounds about right there. So that's looping, then this stuff gets added. And this, I'm trying to remember what this is. Rain clouds? Ah, okay. So this one, this one, let's see. Okay, so I'm back. I got cut off for the third time. So this is like that thing there I was telling you about. It adds to that autumn sound. So I wonder if I start taking these off. Sounds kind of cool, these two together. So I am actually kind of curious to know what any of this would sound like if I turn off all these sound effects. And that sounds alright, it doesn't sound bad. I don't remember what this is, so I'm gonna figure that out real quick. Oh, it's all shot to shit. Oh, okay, yeah, the vocal transformer there was doing a lot of the vault work. So let's see, I turned it down. I don't know what the hell I was doing. So I'm really curious to know how this all sounds together. It sounds very different when it's not processed. So I got all these sound effects turned off. Psychedelic, eh? Put these all back on one by one. Fully crap it out, and you'll start to hear the sound go back the way it is fully. Adding those fourths, you can hear them appearing. It's all back to the way it is. So one of the things that kind of surprises me the most about when I make tracks like this that sample people's voices is that, to me, I can very clearly, because I know the origin of the track, I can hear the person's voice. Sorry. I was saying I can hear the person's voice and I know which recording I used, and it's like, duh, it's obviously them. But when other people listen to it, it's like, I'd never be able to guess. Even with my own voice, when I sample that in songs, people listen to it and I'm like, what? That's your voice? And I'm like, yeah, you can't tell it's my voice. And it's amazing how little processing a person's voice can go through before they're no longer recognizable as their normal voice. I think that's freaky to me. And I learned that with this one because I played it for my dad, of course. The sound of my grandma's voice is not anything novel, and then it's like, oh, that's interesting. I don't recognize who that is. Oh, okay, well, but anyway, actually, on that subject, I might show you an example of a track where it's my voice, but the voice is not recognizable, so I'll do that next.